What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for checking out this e-course called Start the Brand. It's time to take your idea off the back burner. And what I mean by that is creating a safe space in the next 12 minutes for us to freely and openly discuss your side hustle, your business, or whatever creative project brought you here. It's my goal that at the end of this conversation, you'll experience all 6 of these key points: cross-platform training on multiple free-to-use apps, long-term use assessment tools so you can actually know, is this working? Did that investment pay off? Number 3, brand identity, so that there is a centerpiece of the communication so that people can understand why the brand exists and what it exists to do. Number 4, a landing page. This is going to be a completely free website you can use to direct traffic and onboard prospective clients. Many of us get hung up on this step. I'm going to show you how to break it down really easily. Number 5 is an email list on that landing page. That's where people will go to sign up, to buy your product, to buy your service, but also they'll be giving you their email, which means ultimately you're going to own that relationship. So you'll be able to communicate with them directly at any point instead of relying on social media to determine when you can talk to your audience and how much of your audience will see your content. Last but not least is access to Makers Club weekly Zoom meetups. Everybody in this course will be enrolled in a weekly meetup with me. I recommend staying because there are going to be potentially thousands that we will be able to put our heads together with, share troubleshooting steps, and also help each other grow. So think about staying a member because we're going to have a lot to go through and give value for every month. And it's a great way to get support after this course and your next step. Some of the benefits you're going to get from this are greater confidence when pitching your brand, the ability to onboard prospects, and consenting direct-to-consumer marketing platform. These are huge benefits because they are the essentials of every brand that we know and love. They market to their customers over an email list. They constantly onboard new prospective clients and customers. And of course, there's an incredibly high confidence when the brands we love pitch. A lot of that comes from their brand identity. So, all of that being said, I'm ready to get into this. If you are, grab a coffee or some water, get your notebook out, take a deep breath, and let's jump right in. All right, everybody, step 1. We're going to go create a free email address. This can be on Google, Yahoo, really any service provider. I recommend Google because it's the easiest to use and most people recognize it and don't mind seeing a brand at gmail.com. So accounts.google.com will give you access to create a new account. All right, number 2, we're going to go over to MailChimp.com. Same thing here. We're going to create an account with that Google email address we just created. They're going to then send an activation link, and you'll need to get into the Google email to click activate, and then your MailChimp account will be live. Okay, step 3, this is our 3rd account to create, and then we're going to get into what the work is. Pinterest.com. It's Pinterest.com. There you can create a free account or sign in with Facebook. Let's stay on Pinterest once you get there because our next step is actually to go right into talking about the brand identity. We want to find 30 plus pins that show colors, lines, and shapes that you feel like represent your existing brand. It does not have to be perfect. It does not have to be all the same. But collect a palette so that you can share with a designer, or more importantly, yourself, to understand where is the tone of this brand. Is it really positive, bubbly, and sweet? Is it serious and direct and somber? The colors and the shapes and the lines, this is all going to contribute to that. So just have fun, create a board, put 30 plus pins on it, and you'll be amazed to see the visual consistency that comes through, okay? What now? Well, we've got all the tools in place. We have an email address, we have a MailChimp account, and we have a Pinterest account, which we're now creating pins and putting a visual identity together. We have a few more minutes here. Let's start with a checklist. We have the Google account with our preferred brand name, our MailChimp account that's activated, our Pinterest board. Now it's time to create the landing page with MailChimp so we can put that incredible brand image and design onto that page. This is completely free for up to 2,000 contacts. The beauty of this is that's 2,000 contacts at no cost. So driving the engagement to this landing page is going to become the customer acquisition cycle or the customer cycle. All right. So what do? We have the landing page created on MailChimp. We have all of our ducks in a row. Well, the next thing is to establish the messaging. I'd like to start with the vision. Where are you going? Where is the brand really going? Why is it going there? How's it going to get there? And of course, what is the plan to make sure it will be successful? These 4 elements together ultimately make up the brand strategy, the brand identity. This is going to give you a sense of what your brand is all about. If you'll reflect on these questions and really write them out in a notebook. Okay, so that's not something that's getting input right away. We want to save all of that. I want you to reflect on this, take a few minutes, set a timer for 5 or 10 minutes, and just write all the things that you think about your brand in respect to these questions, okay? We're going to hold on to that and bookmark it. Let's move on for a moment. Here's the content calendar with a creation strategy, all right? So every piece of content, it's going to have an image most likely. It's definitely going to have some copy, some text, and it's going to have a message as well. So I like to start with the message. What is ultimately the message for the week and then for the day? This graph will hopefully give you a visualization tool to reduce the amount of stress in posting. Simply think about the image, message, and copy for the week ahead, plan the times per day per platform, and of course, decide how you'll engage. Okay, so we have our tools in place. We have some techniques and exercises to get our messaging right where we want it. How do we know if this is even working? Well, it's going to be pretty simple. The open rate. This is an observable, measurable analytic in MailChimp. Very, very easy to see. In fact, you can't miss it if you log into your account and go to your dashboard. The open rate percentage month over month needs to go up. Adjusting the copy, the email, what you say, is going to be the bulk of the work to innovate every week. Of course, you want to optimize for people clicking on the link in your email, which we'll get to in just a moment. Okay, we're just about done with this. We are just about there. So the email marketing platform is the place where you will be able to create and package digital products and services. And on this free version, on this free landing page, you'll be able to get this list to 2,000 contacts while remarketing and innovating offerings to the same people. So we're communicating with them on a weekly basis, you're marketing to them on a weekly basis, and innovating. This is a content calendar. This is absolutely not exhaustive, but I do want you to have a place where you can at least write, okay, Instagram, Sunday, what's my plan? Well, maybe Sunday is a little light for the business, so we do 1 post to 3 posts. But we hit it Monday through Friday, and we max it out at 4 posts every day. This is just a place to simply add your notes for your plans. I would say select 2 to 4 important platforms for your business and focus your efforts on those. It is not as important to have a presence everywhere as it is to have a meaningful presence somewhere. Well, we are wrapping it up. This is our final checklist. Here's what we've gone through. I know it was extremely fast. That's partially on purpose because I want you to get the value. I want you to get started. I do not want us to delay creating businesses anymore. We don't need to have an incorporated status to start selling a product or a service. We can go straight to the people, straight to the consumer. So here's what we have: brand identity through the questions about vision and mission, and also through the Pinterest board. We have a messaging strategy by determining what the message for each week will be. And we have a content calendar, just a placeholder for your notes, but nevertheless, a very important tool. We created a landing page to capture prospective client information. We've now got you plugged into industry standard email marketing tools. And all we need now is your voice filled with passion, directing others to sign up. That's going to take some adjustment, some fine tuning. But with this free landing page and up to 2,000 contacts joining the email list for no cost, you can focus your efforts now on just driving the engagement. What is the story? What is the promise of transformation? What can your prospective clients and customers expect? Well, these are all imaginative pain points I'd like for you to speak to when you're addressing a group. Promise the transformation, let them know what they'll get, and most importantly, invite them to be a part of what's already going on. I want to thank you so much for your time with me today. It means a lot to me that you join me. I hope I'll see you next week for our very first Makers Club weekly Zoom meetup. Until then, take care, believe in yourself, and imagine the future.